In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this really cute mini bag. So do well to watch the video to the end so you don't miss any parts. Hello, my name is Ifeoluwa. I'm a bead artist and a bead tutor here on YouTube. Thank you for clicking on my video. If you are seeing my video for the first time, do well to subscribe so you don't miss any other of my tutorials. Now let's get right into the video. These are our materials. I have a size 10 sugar bead. Then I'm using a 0.7 fishing line, and of course my cutter. We start by putting 4 beads into our fishing line and crossing with the last bead. To give us a ring of 4. So you put your 4 beads into the fishing line and then cross with your last bead to give us a ring of 4, just like this. So this is our first ring of 4. Then we continue by putting 1 bead on the left fishing line, 1 bead on the right fishing line, and then crossing with 1 to give us our second ring of 4. Now we have our second ring of 4. So we continue building this row with rings of 4 until we have 9 rings. So we continue by putting 1 bead on our right fishing line, another bead on our left fishing line, then we cross with 1 until we have 9 rings. So I'm going to do mine off camera now and meet you when I'm done with my 9 rings. Now I have my 9 rings of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we are going to make the 10th ring now, but the 10th ring is going to be slightly different because at the 10th ring we'll be turning, and we do so by putting 2 beads on our left fishing line and then we cross with 1. So this time around we are not putting any bead on the right fishing line, just 2 beads on our left fishing line, then we cross with 1. And now we are on the side. So instead of moving upward, now we are by this side. Then we continue by putting 2 beads on this fishing line that is away from your work, this upper fishing line, this one. We put 2 beads into this fishing line and then we cross with 1 so we can continue on the second row. So you put 2 beads into this and then you cross with 1. Just like this. So this is what we have now. But I'm going to turn this so that I can walk freely. So this is what I have now after flipping. Now the next step is to continue building on this row, and we do that by putting our right fishing line into the next bead here. We put our right fishing line into the next bead, then we put 1 bead on the left fishing line and cross with 1. So you put your right fishing line into the next bead here, then you put 1 bead on your left fishing line and then you cross with 1. So this is what we have. Like that. Then we continue building on this row by putting our right fish line into the next bead. Then we still put 1 bead on the left fish line, and then we cross with 1. So this is how we continue building this row So you continue building this row, then I'll meet you at the bead before this this very bead here, this bead before the last. So we meet at this point. I'm going to walk off camera now, and then I'll meet you at this. Now I am at the bead before the last, and I already did my ring other bead. So now we are left with this last bead here. On this last bead, we are also going to be turning. So instead of continuing straightward, we are turning so we can continue building the next row. So we do that by putting our right fish line into the next bead, just as we've been doing. Then we put 2 beads on this right fish line, this upper fishing line, and then we cross with 1. Please just watch what I'm doing. If you're not getting it, you can pause the video and go back. So now we are by the side. Then we cross again. We continue by putting 2 beads on this upper fishing line, the fish line away from your work, and then we cross with 1 again, so we can continue with the 3rd row. Cross with 1. Now we are on our 3rd row, so I'm flipping this just like I did that time, so I can walk easily. Now this is what we have, and this is our 3rd row. So we are going to continue building on our 3rd row by inserting our right fish line into the next bead, putting 1 bead on our left fish line, and then cross it with 1, just like we did with the 2nd row. So we'll be needing 21 rows for this project. So to make our mat a 21 by 10 mat, we'll be needing 21 rows for this project. So let's continue by building up our rows. Then I'll meet you at the end when I'm done with my own 21 rows. I'm back, and now I'm done with my 21 rows. So I have 1, 2, 3, so I have 10 by 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by 21. The next thing we want to do now is to shape our bag. So you start by counting 8. On this 21 side, you count 8 rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you fold at the 8th ring, just like this. Then we count 8 from the other side too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we fold again from this side. So this is what we have now. So now this is what we have. The next thing we want to do is to just cover the sides of the bag, cover this side and this side. So that's the next step to do. To make the sides of my bag, I'll be using these orange color beads. It's the same sugar bead size 8, but I just want to add color to my bag, so I'll be using this orange color instead of brown. You can use a whole, depends on your preference. You can use the same color for everything, but for me, I want to use this orange color just to add more beauty to the bag, and because I have something I have an outfit I want to match the bag with. So let's go. So to make the size of the bag, put your fishing line into these 2 beads here, these 2 beads at the corner, just like this. So you insert your fishing line into these 2 beads at the corner. Then you put 1 bead on your left fishing line, and then you cross with 1. this is what we have. Then continue by putting your right fishing line into that next bead. Put your right fishing line into this next bead, then you put one bead on your left fishing line and then cross with one, just like we did before. So this is what we have. So we continue by putting the right fishing line into the next bead, we cross with one, then I'll meet you at this two corner here, at this corner here. I would like to call it a dead. I'll meet you at this corner here. Okay, so now I'm the last two beads at the corner here. So what we are going to do now is put our right fishing line through this glass bead here and also through the other bead at the corner. So put it through these two beads, then we cross with one bead. And then we cross with one bead. So this is what you should have after that we successfully made the first row of our side. Now the next thing to do is to put our right fishing line into this right bead here, just one bead this time, and then we put one bead on the same fishing line and then cross with one. So this is what we have. We continue by putting our fishing line into the next bead, then we put one bead on the other fishing line and then cross with one, just like we did with the first row. So continue this, then I'll meet you at this dead end on this side too. So now I'm at the last bead here. We pass our fishing line through this last bead, then this other bead at the corner to close that dead end, just like we've been doing. Pass it through this side and then the other bead at the corner, then we cross with one bead to close the dead end. So this is what we are going to do once we completely fill up this side of the bag. Then we move to the next row, pass our bead through the next one bead, then put one bead on the same fishing line and then cross with one. So this is what we are going to do until we completely close this side of the bag. So I'll walk off camera now and meet you when I'm done with the side. So I'm done with this side of my bag now. We are going to repeat this same process of what we did on this side on the other side to cover up this other side. So now that I'm done with both sides of the bag, the next thing I want to do is to give our bag shape. So we are going to shape in the sides of our bag, and to do that we are going to pass our fishing line through these three beads at the center, 1 2 3, and then we cross with one bead. So you pass your fishing line through these three beads and then cross with one bead, just like so. So this is what we have. At this point you can go ahead and fold the edges of the bag, just like this. So you can go ahead and fold the edges of the bag just like this. So this is what I have after folding. Next thing is we are going to pass our right fishing line into the next bead here, then the left fishing line also into the next bead here, and then cross with one bead. So this is what I have now. You can go ahead and tie your line and give it a neat finishing. Then we are going to repeat the same thing we did here on the other side of the bag. So now this is what I have after shaping both sides of the bag. We are almost done. We just need to fix our handle. So I fixed the handle of the bag now, and this is what I have. Really cute mini purse. So I made a different video on how to make the handle of the bag, and I'm going to leave the description to the video I'm going to leave the link to the video in the description. So in case you don't know how to make the handle of a beaded bag, yes, you can go check out that video. And now with this, we are done with our bag. So this is what our bag is looking like, and it's really cute. You can go ahead and make this in any color of your choice. If you have any question, drop your questions in the comment section. I'll be responding to all. And if you've not liked the video yet, please do like the video and share with any other person you think might be interested. Bye.